Hey everybody, welcome to Board Online, Board Offline. Today we're bringing you our top 3 most played games in April. Now, April was a fairly slow month. I only got 10 plays in of, or 10 plays for 6 hours total. Very, very slow month. I've actually almost passed that already in May. So we're going to get right down to this list, but first I want to mention our sponsor, Board Game Co. This is a fantastic website where you can buy, sell, and trade games. They have a great selection to choose from if you're just looking to build out your collection, buy more games, get that one game you've been looking for and you couldn't find it. Board Game Co. just might have it. So check that out. They also will buy games from you. That's part of the way that they get all kinds of games in that people are looking for is they are buying used games from people who have a thriving used game market over there. And then, of course, they have a trade system. If you have a Board Game Geek account and you've set up a trade list over there, and then you go to Board Game Co., drop your Board Game Geek username into the Board Game Co. website, it will compare your trade list with their stock and build a custom trade list right there on their website. Makes it very, very easy for you to buy, or for you to trade games with them. If you do check them out, click on the link in the description below so they know I sent you over there. Board Game Co. makes it easy to buy, sell, and trade your way into a better collection. Now, as with all of my lists, this is a top 3, so we're going to do it in 3 minutes, and that 3 minutes starts right now. All right, so number 3 is Planet. Now, this is a game where my kids have really gotten into this one. I enjoy playing as well. It's a very, very light game. You have a D12, but it's a big D12, about this big. Really, it's a globe, and you have all these other pieces, I believe 5-sided pieces that you are sticking onto this globe to build a planet. As you're building this planet, it has different terrain types, and based on how you position those terrain types in relation to each other and how big those terrain types get and everything, you're going to start attracting animals that are basically going to evolve on your planet. And you have all kinds of real world animals that you will be collecting, and that's how you score points, is with those animals, as well as you have a goal that is just for you based on one of the terrain types, and the more of that terrain type you get on your planet, the higher your score from that secret objective. And very, very fun, quick game, though. It's I think 20 minutes is the most we play. And like I said, my kids love this one. That's Planet. Number 2 is Nanga Parbot, also with 1 player. I hope I pronounced that right. This is a 2-player only game where the theme is very, very abstracted. Essentially what you're doing, though, is you're putting it's kind of an area control mechanism where you're putting your pieces out onto this board, and as you build out some adjacency with those pieces, eventually you'll decide, all right, you know what, I'm going to claim these points. And so let's say you have 4 of your climbers, I believe is what they are, next to each other. So you set up a camp, a 4-person camp. Well, now you score points for that, and you're the only one that can score points for that particular type of camp. And then, so obviously the bigger the camp, the more points you get, but the board has certain different things that allow you to score points, and that particular objective can only be met once by one person during the game. So if you claim it first, well, your opponent's going to have to make adjustments and score some other way. That's Nanga Parbot. And number 1 is Friday. Pulled this one off the shelf. Hadn't played it in I think like 2 years. Got 2 plays of Friday in during April, and this is a solo-only deck building game where you start off with just atrocious cards in your hand, and you are Friday. You're helping Robinson Crusoe try to survive on this island, and you as you complete these challenges, the challenge card turns over and becomes a benefit to you. And then you take that, and obviously you're going through your deck multiple times. Every time you go through your deck, though, you get an aging card. So you're kind of like, well, trimming down your deck is good because the good cards, you get to them faster, but, and that's my time, but every time you run through your deck, you get penalized. So that's kind of a neat twist that you don't see in a lot, or at least I haven't seen in a lot of deck building games. Most of the time, running through your deck really fast. Running through your deck really fast is not an issue. This one, you got to kind of weigh the pros and cons of that. That's Friday, my number 1. Thank you for watching this video. Be sure to comment with what you played during April. I'd love to see that. And until next time, if you're bored online, board offline.